Trump has announced his upcoming diplomatic visit to Malaysia, South Korea and Japan, highlighting a significant meeting with Chinese President Xi Jinping in South Korea. Trump said the two leaders will hold a long meeting to address several key global issues. Trump expressed optimism about his upcoming meeting with Xi Jinping, saying he hopes to leverage their discussions to end the Russia-Ukraine war. He plans to talk about energy and oil as possible tools to push Moscow towards peace. Trump said he believes Xi can have a big influence on Russian President Vladimir Putin to urge a ceasefire, calling him a strong and respected leader. I have my colleague Brian back with me. Brian, what can you tell us about this?
Well, yes, as of now, U.S. President Donald Trump has announced a diplomatic tour of Malaysia, South Korea and Japan with a major meeting scheduled with Chinese President Xi Jinping in South Korea. Very importantly, the visit is set to coincide with the Asia-Pacific Economic Cooperation, which is also called the APEC Summit in Guangzhou from October 30th to November 1st and is expected to focus heavily on the ongoing Russia-Ukraine war. There would be conversations on trade and global energy security, and said that next week they will be going to Malaysia, South Korea and Japan. And in South Korea, they will be meeting President Xi of China, and they said that they have a long meeting planned. And he also said, rather Trump has said, that they believe that they can work out on many questions, doubts and shared interests. And he even said that he would also be hosting, he spoke about when he hosted NATO Secretary General Mark Rutte. And not only that, the announcement came alongside that Trump had cancelled his planned visit with Russian President Vladimir Putin, citing a lack of progress in diplomatic tensions. And the decision also follows Russia's rejection of Trump's proposed ceasefire plan in Ukraine, which was a major setback in Washington's ongoing attempts to broker a truce. And Trump expressed optimism about his meeting with Xi, saying he hopes that the Chinese leader can play a very constructive role in urging Moscow towards peace itself. Yes.
Now, Brian, we've been telling our viewers about multiple statements that are coming out of Trump. What are you picking up online and on social media? Are there any reactions coming in about these statements?
Well, clearly, as of now, there has been flooding of messages on social media about the very meeting that has been going on, about how Trump has always been speaking about and taking credit of the wars that he said that he stopped, and now the attempt that he's planning to do of the Russia-Ukraine war, but he's being unsuccessful of that, and because of that he's also going ahead and doing these diplomatic meetings. And not only that, he has been urging Chinese President Xi also to play a very constructive role in urging Moscow towards peace. And not only that, he said that Xi Jinping could be a major big influence on Vladimir Putin, and he said that he feels that Xi Jinping is a very strong leader of a big country, and he said that it can be a big influence not just on Putin but on many others itself. Yes.
All right, Brian, now I want to ask you, now we spoke about Trump's upcoming diplomatic visit to Malaysia, South Korea and Japan. When is that expected?
That's what we've been speaking, that the visit is set to coincide with the APEC summit that is happening in Guangzhou. That will be spanning from October 30 to November 1st, which will be also focusing heavily on trade, on global energy security, on the Russia-Ukraine war. But that is going to be the major focus. Not only that, he even spoke about that next week only he will be flying to Malaysia, South Korea and Japan, and in South Korea also he will be meeting Chinese President Xi. Yes.
All right, Brian, thank you so much for joining me with all